There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Shelly.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
The world has been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now.
How do you like it?
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Weigh in live on DAZN. What a beautiful coastline we have here in Southern California. We are in Long Beach, and it's weigh-in day for the Pugilist Revolution. Today, the fighters will hit the scales and face off for the final time before we see them in the ring tomorrow night. Of course, our headliner, H2O Ashton Sylve, and the veteran former champion, Jojo Diaz. Let's look at the entire fight card, starting at the bottom here as Misfits Pro makes their U.S. debut. Kayla Gomez turning professional. In the opener, David Lopez and Joey Ferrero. In a welterweight showdown, Ernesto Tito Mercado, 18 wins, 17 by KO, but can he be the first man to stop Juan Carlos Burgos? A great matchup between Amir Anderson and Jonas Sylvain. Jahan Ingram and Devin Cushing in the co-main. In the main event, H2O Ashton Sylve taking on Joseph Jojo Diaz. And that's the scene here in the Thunder Studios in Long Beach, California, the site for today's weigh-in and tomorrow's fight night. And with that, we say hello. My name is Todd Grisham. This, of course, is BJ Flores, former Cruiserweight World Title Challenger. Misfits Pro making their U.S. debut. I'm looking up and down the card. Other than H2O's one loss, the rest of the card, the other 8 fighters on the A side are all undefeated. What does that tell you?
It just tells you it's an incredibly talented card. A lot of top-level talent. Some of the top prospects in professional boxing, all putting that on the line, showcasing their talents tomorrow night. It's going to be an exciting night of boxing, Todd.
Yeah, and we'll start right at the tip top. Ashton Sylve obviously suffered that KO of the year loss to Lucas Body a couple years ago. He's had 2 fights since, won them both. and now is ready for an elite level opponent, or at least used to be an elite level opponent in Jojo Diaz. It'll be the biggest name on his record. What kind of fight are you expecting to see?
You know, anytime you get in there with a former world title challenger like Jojo, he's going to test you. Ashton's going to be in for a tough night tomorrow night. But look, if he's went back to the drawing board, if he's made the adjustments, if he fixed some of his mistakes, he's going to have a great night. Ashton Sylve is a very explosive puncher. He's got incredible hand speed and a high ring IQ. So I'll be looking for those things tomorrow night.
We'll focus on the main event a little later on, but some other fighters on the card to talk about. How about Amir Cashman Anderson?
Oh, yeah.
I know you're real high on this guy. People watching at home may not be too familiar with him. What's all the fuss about?
Oh, he's just got all the experience in the world. He's one of those guys that really fills the gaps. Whatever you're going to do or not do in that ring, he's going to do the opposite. So he takes advantage and he sees every little mistake made by his opponent. I really like this kid. He's a joy to be around. He's a hard worker, a tireless worker. He's a gym rat. He loves to fight. And he's been asking everybody on the Misfits team for a 10-round fight ever since he turned pro. But tomorrow night he gets his wish, scheduled for 10 rounds. And he's got a very tough test in front of him with an undefeated 9-0 opponent, Jojo Sylve.
Yeah, Jojo Sylve is very confident. He believes this is his moment to shine. When that bell rings tomorrow night, what do you think this fight's going to look like?
You know, I really like the confidence of Sylve that I saw, yesterday in the press conference and today. Both guys came in on weight, very professional. Both guys are ready to fight, ready to make a statement. You got two undefeated fighters here, Todd, so both guys are looking to grab that brass ring. And tomorrow night's going to be an exciting fight, scheduled for 10 rounds. May the best man win.
Yeah, let's talk now about the co-main event. Jahan Ingram, I know they're very high on Misfits Pro, but they didn't really want him to fight Devin Cushing, did they? They think this might be too much too soon, but they said, hey, Jahan, you want the fight? We're going to let you take it.
You know, Jahan is now being trained with Gervonta Davis trainer Calvin Ford. He's got a lot of good people in his corner. And look, if his team is advising him to take this type of fight, take this kind of step up, Jahan is all about the risk and all about the challenge. So I think he's got a very tough opponent in front of him, a guy with a lot of experience, way more rounds, 18-0, 14 knockouts. And you heard Cushing yesterday at the press conference say, look, this kid's bitten off way more than he can chew, and I'm going to prove and show to him early in this fight that I'm way too big of a step up.
Yeah, they had plenty to say to each other yesterday at the press conference. Let's see when they come face-to-face for the final time today at the weigh-in before fight night tomorrow. And before we start today's weigh-in, I want to remind you that DAZN Ultimate is the ultimate boxing fans package here on DAZN.
The first rule of DAZN Ultimate. The first rule. You do not pay-per-view.
You do not.
You do not pay-per-view.
Do not pay-per-view.
The Ultimate Fight Night is here.
Second rule, DAZN Ultimate is. Second rule,
you don't pay-per-view.
Because Ultimate gives you a minimum of 12 pay-per-view fights a year.
At no extra cost.
You do not pay per view. Join us ringside and welcome to DAZN Ultimate.
With DAZN Ultimate, you can bundle our subscription shows and pay-per-view events for one great monthly price. June 27th, Xander Zayas defends his unified super welterweight titles against Jaron Boots Ennis. That's going to be incredible. Floyd Mayweather taking on Greek kickboxing legend Mike Zambitis in Athens. July 25th, Anthony Joshua returns, sharpening his skills as he prepares for a possible showdown with Tyson Fury. And Canelo is back on September 12th as he takes on the new WBC champion of the world, Christian Mbili. Without further ado, it's time to begin our weigh-in, and for that we send it to the master of ceremonies on the stage, Ramblin' Ralph Velez.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Thunder Studios here in beautiful Long Beach, California. This is the official weigh-in for Pugilist Revolution, the very first MF Pro card in the United States. It is brought to you by MF Pro, Rainbet, and Oosh. You can watch this event live tomorrow evening on the global home of boxing, DAZN, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. At this moment, we would like to introduce two executives of MF Pro. Please put your hands together for the president, Amir Abdallah, and co-founder Nissa Sauerland. We begin our weigh-in, ladies and gentlemen, with a 6-round attraction in the bantamweight division featuring Alejandro Herrera and Kevin Godino. Stepping to the scale first, he is a veteran of 12 professional fights, 2 of his victories coming by way of knockout. From Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, presenting Alejandro Herrera. 120.8, 120.8 for Alejandro Herrera. And now to the scale, his opponent. With a record of 4 victories and no defeats, all 4 victories coming by way of knockout from La Puente, California, Kevin Cloroformo Gudino. $120.2, 120.2 for Gudino. It's Herrera Gudino. 6th round attraction in the bantamweight division.
Yeah. Next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next weigh-in is for a 4-round attraction in the super welterweight division featuring Alejandro De La Rosa and Daniel Mercado. Introducing first to the scale, a veteran of 13 professional fights, 4 of his victories coming by way of knockout from Aguascalientes, Mexico, Alejandro De La Rosa. $153.2, 153.2 for Alejandro De La Rosa. And his opponent to the scale, making his professional debut tomorrow evening from the fighting city of Pomona, California, Daniel One-Time Mercado. $153.4, 153.4 for Daniel One-Time Mercado. It's De La Rosa Mercado, 4 rounds of boxing in the super welterweight division.
Hey, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next weigh-in is for 6-round attraction in the super middleweight division featuring Jose Rodriguez and Ethan Smith. Stepping to the scale with a record of 10 victories and 10 defeats, fighting out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Jose Adolfo Rodriguez. $162.4, 162.4 for Jose Rodriguez. And now to the scale, his opponent. With a record of 4 victories and no defeats, 3 of his victories coming by way of knockout, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, the undefeated Ethan Smith. 166.2 for Smith, 166.2 for the undefeated Ethan Smith. It's Rodriguez and Smith, 6 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division.
Easy money.
Verga, te vas a llevar mañana.
Stopping your ass.
La verga.
Yeah. We're gonna see. You look scared of me. You look scared of me. I see it. I see right through you. Yeah. Yeah. Better know.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next weigh-in will open up the DAZN broadcast tomorrow afternoon, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. 6 two-minute rounds of boxing in the super flyweight division, featuring Shantae Greer and Kayla Gomez. Stepping to the scale, she is making her professional debut tomorrow evening, fighting out of Columbus, Georgia, Shantae Greer. $114.4, 114.4 for Shantae Greer. And her opponent to the scale, she will also be making her professional debut tomorrow evening, fighting out of El Paso, Texas, the Junior Pan American gold medalist, Kayla "The Truth" Gomez. $112.8, 112.8. We have a fight for Kayla "The Truth" Gomez. It's Greer Gomez. Both ladies making their professional debuts tomorrow evening live on the global home of boxing, DAZN.
Harley's crowd.
Standing by. Kayla, don't leave just yet. I want to speak with you. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Kayla Gomez. Kayla, it's your pro debut, extensive amateur background, now here on the pro scene, on the MF pro scene. Just tell your fans at home and these people here in the audience, what do you plan to do tomorrow night?
I plan to do what we always came to do. You know, I'm planning to throw bombs, and it's going to be an exciting show. So thank you all for the support, my sponsors, my family. Everybody tune in tomorrow, because I expect hopefully a knockout.
There it is, folks. One more time for Kayla "The Truth" Gomez.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next weigh-in is 8 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division, featuring Joey Borrero and David Dynamite Lopez. Stepping to the scale with a record of 12 victories and 2 defeats, 9 of his victories coming by way of knockout from Cupe Alto, Puerto Rico, El Hijo de Dios, Joey Borrero. $142.8, 142.8 for El Hijo de Dios, Joey Borrero. And now his opponent to the scale with a record of 8 victories, no defeats, 6 of his victories coming by way of knockout from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Oakland, California, presenting the undefeated Dynamite, David Lopez. £146.2, 146.2 for Dynamite David Lopez. It's Borrero Lopez, 8 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division.
It's almost time. Almost time. Time's ticking.
I am standing by with one Joey Barrero. Here, Joey, flip around for me. Joey, listen, it's a tough task ahead of you. We know he's got dynamite in his hands, but you told me yesterday you got dynamite in yours. You are the blood of a legend in Puerto Rico. What do you expect to bring to this Long Beach crowd tomorrow night?
Well, I definitely plan on bringing some excitement. There's going to be some fireworks, but most importantly, other than having boxing royalty in my blood, I serve the one true living God, Jesus Christ, who's my Lord and Savior, and he's going to be the one that's going to give me the victory tomorrow. So like I said, his name might be David, but to me, he's a Goliath, and he's going to fall.
I like that message. Folks, one more time for Joey Barrero. And I'm standing by with Dynamite David Lopez. Listen, he's calling you a Goliath. He says you're the one he's trying to slay. You're the undefeated guy. You're the one with all the big bright lights. How do you take on this test and pass it tomorrow night?
I rebuke that. I'm a man of God. God is with me, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. He's a great talker, but tomorrow I'm gonna put him to sleep.
There it is. The message is received, folks. One more time for Dynamite David Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next weigh-in is for 10 rounds of boxing for the WBO International Super Lightweight Championship, featuring Juan Carlos Burgos and Ernesto Mercado. Now, earlier today, Juan Carlos Burgos weighed in. He weighed in officially at 139.6 pounds. His opponent, with a record of 18 victories and no defeats, 17 of his victories coming by way of knockout from the fighting city of Pomona, California, the undefeated Ernesto Tito Mercado. On the scale with a 97% KO percentage, Ernesto Tito Mercado. 139.4 pounds for Mercado, 139.4.
Don't leave me just yet. You got that gold shining bright. Your opponent's not here. Talk to me about that. What does that tell you?
Man, look, he was there at all the other opponents. Like I said, the names I mentioned. Obviously, I spooked him out already, so let's hope he shows up fight night.
18 wins, 17 by KO. Give this Long Beach crowd a prediction for tomorrow night.
Man, look, obviously I'm from Pomona, California, so it's close by home. So I'm going to give you guys a great show. And if you guys don't know, you guys going to know who Tito is.
You know who Tito is now, folks. Give it up one more time for Ernesto Mercado.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next weigh-in is 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC Silver United States Middleweight Championship, and is brought to you by MF Pro Rainbit, and Oosh. First to the scale, with a record of 9 victories, no defeats, and 1 bout even, 5 of his victories coming by way of knockout from Boynton Beach, Florida, Jojo Sylve. 159 pounds even, 159 even for Jojo Sylve. And his opponent stepping to the scale in this title attraction with a record of 7 victories and no defeats. All 7 victories coming by way of knockout from Syracuse, New York, Amir Cashman Anderson. $159.6, 159.6 for Cashman Anderson. It's Sylve Anderson, 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC Silver U.S. Middleweight Championship.
One more day, baby. One more day. One more sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing by. Jonas, come talk to me real quick, Jonas. You can put that shirt on later. Let the people see them abs. Come on now. Jojo Sylve, ladies and gentlemen. Jonas, that young man over there is a prospect. He's undefeated, but I think people are forgetting you got 9 wins on that record, 0 losses. Why should the people not overlook and look for Jojo Sylve tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, we're coming here. We're going to bring the fireworks. They call him the Cash Man. We're going to make him shake something. We got ones on deck and fireworks. Moi-même, ma vin là, ma coupe tête, boule kai, mais c'est ça, ma pointe toute bagaille yen, ma wache.
That message right there is received somewhere, folks. Give it up one more time for Jojo Sylve. And his opponent, Amir the Cashman Anderson. He had some choice words for you yesterday and today. And it's been a lot of hype coming into this fight for you. You've been on some big cards, a big spotlight tomorrow night. What are you bringing the people?
You know, I'm going to bring the entertainment. I'm gonna get the knockout. I'm going to get the A&O knockout. Whatever he said, that was some gay shit. I ain't gonna lie. He talking about he's gonna make me shake something. That's kind of crazy. But I'm gonna make him pay for it. And tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna get that strap. It's strap season, baby. Let's go.
Final prediction?
7th round KO. Put your house on it.
7th round KO. It's Amir the Cashman Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next weigh-in is for the co-main event of the evening. 2 undefeated fighters, 10 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division, featuring Devin Cushing and Jahan Ingram. Ladies and gentlemen, someone's O will have to go. Stepping on the scale with a record of 18 victories, no defeats, 14 of his victories coming by way of knockout from Pensacola, Florida, the undefeated Devin Cushing. $134.6, 134.6 for the undefeated Devin Cushing. And his opponent, with a record of 9 victories and no defeats, 7 of his victories coming by way of knockout, fighting out of Baltimore, Maryland, by way of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the undefeated pretty boy, Jahan Ingram. He went in officially at an even 134 pounds even, 134 even for Jahan Ingram. It's Cushing and Ingram. Someone's will have to go, the co-main event of the evening, only on DAZN.
Let's save it for tomorrow, fellas. Save it for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time. And folks, I am standing by with Devin Cushing. Devin, you looked right in his eyes right there. No one willing to break the stare. It's intense. You calling him a youngster. He don't know yet what he's about to run into. You have the experience. You have the 18 wins, 14 by knockout. What are you looking to teach the young man tomorrow?
That he's wet behind the ears, like I said yesterday. You know what I mean? I'm coming to put on a good performance tomorrow night, and I'm just excited for the opportunity, man. You know, there's a lot of great fights on this card, and I'm looking to have fun tomorrow night.
Any final prediction for the fans at home and here in Long Beach?
A one-sided ass whooping.
There it is, short, sweet, and to the point. Give it up for Devin Cushing. Jahan, come see me, my man. He said it's going to be one-sided. He said you're too wet behind the ears, you're too young, too inexperienced. What's your message to that man over there?
I already told y'all yesterday, I had an amazing camp with my coaches, and we ready to put on the show. I'm going to tap that ass. That's what's going to happen at the end of the day.
Any final message for fans watching at home, for the people here? What are you looking to do tomorrow night, and are you looking to do it in style?
Definitely going to do it in style. For all my fans and supporters out there, I want y'all to tune in and see me put on a boxing class act, you know, and the stoppage will most likely come, but I'm going to show y'all the skill levels that I really possess.
There it is, folks. Give it up one more time for Jahan Ingram. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our main event fighters are up next, but first, a reminder to join us at Barclays Center next week for a huge super welterweight showdown.
Only undefeated until you're not. There can only be one king. Two princes, two perfect records, one unified title, which prince will be crowned king. June 27th, watch only on DAZN.
Saturday, June 27th, it happens. Drawn Boots Ennis looks to become a champion at 154 pounds 1 week from Saturday as he goes straight to the front of the queue, taking on Xander Zayas for the unified titles in a must-see matchup. Buy it now at DAZN.com/boxing. And now it's time to weigh in our main event fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next weigh-in is for the main event tomorrow evening. 10 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division, and is brought to you by MF Pro, Rainbet, Oosh, and the global home of boxing, DAZN. Stepping to the scale with a record of 34 victories, 9 defeats, with 1 bout even, 15 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing South El Monte, California, presenting the 2012 Olympian and former IBF super featherweight champion of the world, Joseph Jojo Diaz. 139.4, 139.4 for Joseph Jojo Diaz. And his opponent, stepping to the scale with a record of 13 victories and 1 defeat, 10 of his victories coming by way of knockout, fighting out of and representing the LBC, Long Beach, California, presenting H2O, Ashton Sylve. £140 even, 140 even for H2O Ashton Sylve. It's Joseph Jojo Diaz, H2O Ashton Sylve, the main event tomorrow evening live on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Guys, give it up a big round of applause for your main event, Jojo Diaz, H2O Ashton Sylve.
Folks, I am standing by with a legend in our game, former world champion, trained by a legend, Jojo Diaz. Listen, Jojo, you've been here before. The highest of highs in this game, been around it all, biggest crowds, biggest moments. How does this compare, and what has prepared you for tomorrow night?
Just my preparation, man. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for making all this possible. But it's just my preparation, man. I really, cut all the bull crap out of my life and just really stood devoted for my kids and, to get back to where I was in the boxing game, man. And you guys are going to see tomorrow night, dude, that I'm in the best shape of my life and I'm going to come out victorious.
What does this moment mean to you? You said you've changed so much. Has it given you, has it made you fall back in love with the game? And these moments with this crowd and everything else, it's got to feel good to be right here, right now.
Oh, man, I've been dreaming about this moment, since I was, in Florida and then in Texas. I was just praying to God, saying, just give me another opportunity, another chance. And I always thought that I was God's exile because I was always traveling and stuff like that. But He made a way, man, and now that I got, Freddie Roach on my team, and I got a great team behind me, we're going to go out there and show to everybody what I'm all about.
What's your final message to that man across from you there? That's a tough opponent. He's coming up in the game. You were there one time. Tomorrow night, what do you show him?
Much love and respect. He said that he's going to try to knock me out in the 7th round, but you guys are going to see he's going to be on his bike the whole night.
There it is, folks. Give it up one more time for a former world champion, Jojo Diaz. And his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, Long Beach, California's own H2O Sylve. H2O, it feels like this moment was made for you, that you were made for this moment. Like I said, that's a former world champion trained by a legend, but it almost brings a smile to your face, that level of competition. Talk to me about what this fight means.
This fight means everything. For one, I'm here in Long Beach. I got to put on for my family and my people that's from here. And two, it just puts me back where I left off.
He said, yeah, okay, he predicted a 7th round knockout, but he's going to be on his bike. He said, you, H2O Sylve, going to be on your bike all night tomorrow night. Why is he wrong?
Hey, it might be just that, but he better not keep following me like that. He might get caught into something.
And give me one last message for the people here in Long Beach, the fans that'll be watching live globally on DAZN tomorrow night as you main event.
I mean, you know what it is. H2 will always adapt, come with a crazy knockout at that. And that's what I'm going to bring on, July 19th, in the 7th round.
There it is, 7th round knockout. He's H2O moving like water in that main event. Folks, give it up one more time for H2O Sylve.
Well, there you have it. The weigh-ins are done. And I'll tell you what, my biggest takeaway from what we just saw there regarding our main event is how good Jojo Diaz looked. He looked healthy. He looked spry. We know in the past, BJ, he struggled to make weight sometimes, but he made this 140-pound limit easily. He weighed in at 139.4.
No, he did. And, he comes to this fight with Freddie Roach in his corner, a lot of confidence. He came in, he made weight, very professional. I mean, look, sometimes these veteran guys like Jojo, they turn back the clock, and tomorrow night might be the night.
You heard him say, Jojo Diaz, that is, that he expected Ashton Sylve to be on his bike all night, to be moving away from him. You buying that?
That could be a tactic. That could be something, to kind of get in Ashton's head. Or he might really believe that. They might have been working on that. But look, when Freddie Roach is in that corner, when he's on the other side, you got a well-prepared Jojo Diaz. He made weight. He was very professional. And like I said, I think we're going to have a good fight on our hands.
The crowd should be pretty evenly split, I would think. You've got Ashton Sylve from right here in Long Beach, but Covina's about 20, 30 minutes away. Yeah. That's where Jojo Diaz is coming from. What kind of environment do you think we're going to see here at the Thunder Studios?
I'm not sure. I think there's going to be a lot of good fans coming out to watch a great fight. Like Ashton said, he said, look, this is the fight to put me back where I left off beforehand. He suffered a bad loss. That's been haunting him for the last 2 years. He's ready to get this monkey off his back tomorrow night. And like I said, that's going to be a good fight. I think a lot of fans are going to be cheering both sides, and that kind of depends on how the fight plays out early. Who gets the bigger applause, bigger noise?
And the most confident fighter on the fight card may be in the co-main event, Jahan Ingram.
Yeah.
This is his breakout moment. He feels like he's already got this fight won. What would your advice be to him right now?
Well, he's got to go out there and take it round by round, Todd. He can't go in there thinking this is an easy night because Cushing's an undefeated fighter. He's 18-0 with 14 knockouts. He comes in with a lot of confidence, and he comes in with a lot of coolness. He didn't seem bothered by anything Jahan was doing over there. So, look, take it all inside, young man. You're 9-0. This guy's got double your experience. Go out there, implement your game plan, follow your trainer's advice. Now, remember, he's training with Calvin Ford. Calvin Ford is a tremendous trainer of former world champion Gervonta Tank Davis and a lot of other very good prospects in that Baltimore area. I'm going to be looking for big things from Jahan, but he's got a very tough test in front of him with Devin Cushing, and I think it's going to be a great fight.
All right, finally, what other fight on the card are you most excited about besides our co-main and our main event?
I think, the Amir Anderson. I mean, we've been talking about this kid for a long time. I remember before Mams Taylor talked to me about Amir Anderson, he said, look, BJ, I got this prospect. He's going to be a world champion. I'm positive of it. I started looking at some of his film and looking at some of his accolades, and he just looks the part. I'm really excited about him. This kid's got a tremendous attitude. He can punch. He's got speed, but it's his boxing IQ. He's very sharp in there, and he fills the gaps on anywhere he needs to. He just can make those adjustments, and that's what I like to see out of a young prospect.
And he's got a great nickname, too, the Cash Man.
The Cash Man, baby.
We'll see him on display. A total of 9 fights on the card here at Thunder Studios in Long Beach, California. For BJ Flores and Wade Clemens, my name is Todd Grisham. We'll see you right back here tomorrow live on DAZN. We get things started at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. It's the Pugilist Revolution Misfits Pros U.S. debut.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now. Let's go.
How do you like it? So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Weigh in live on DAZN.